everybody. It's a special edition of the Smash on BDTL Radio, and however you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your day. I'm alongside Vio and Wesker.
Hey guys.
What's up, BD alumni?
How y'all doing? Everything going okay between you two today?
Man, just busy with work and a bunch of other stuff got going on. Man, just glad y'all invited me for the show. Looking forward to it.
How about you, Vio? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Dave. Just been hanging around, getting ready for summer semester of college.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you guys last remember, MDTL2, it's pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, had a good run, great run, better than the first season for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
A lot more successful as Hoka Freight ended up being the champion after all, winning that 5-4.
Hoka Tate. Congrats, dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats
Damn,
for
it
being
feels
the
good to be a
underdog.
champion.
Oh, it must, yeah. I think I won one season of one of these leagues, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I played in them all, but yeah.
The stage that was omitted by RA was Yoshi's Island, and of course the format was first 5 points wins. And we started off with Rooster versus Miguel. First of all, how do you think this guy? How do you think that set would have turned out anyway? Y'all did expect a 2-0 from Rooster there?
Well, I mean, I expect a Rooster to win, of course. I mean, Rooster's good. He's got that ollie. I played it before. Very intense. I mean, he wasn't that great when I first played him. He was good, but he stepped up his game a lot. He has. I mean, he's put on quite a challenge since he's been on the site.
Mm-hmm.
Miguel, on the other hand, he's good, but he talks a bigger game than he plays, unfortunately. But
I'm actually. I was surprised that he got Rooster down to one stock both games. I mean, I expected at least one 2 stock in there.
Yeah. I hear that. I was expecting Rooster to at least maybe 2 or 3 stock in one time. I didn't expect it to be as close as it was, but Miguel says he lost both of his matches and he wanted to apologize to his team, to Oni, and to Nighthawks. Heaven knows why, but...
Nighthawks, huh? Okay, I'm sure they appreciate that.
Yeah. And he said he made a promise that they'd win, but he failed. It's all right, Miguel. It's all right, Miguel. You'll be okay.
Yeah, and the promises don't always work out. The league, anything can happen. Anything is possible. Hoka Tate Freight beat Regal Legions. I mean, that was a big mind blown there. Which, no offense to Hoka Tate, but Regal Legions, they was the team the entire season.
Yeah, 2-9-0 sweeps.
Yeah,
it was something incredible.
I remember I was pissed at the when I first seen the draft results. I'm like, how did some of these people, I mean, I don't want to talk trash about other players, but I'm just like, how did they pick this person and leave these other two to be picked by Oni? It was mind-boggling.
It's called the dead fan curse. When you pick your friends and you don't pick the skilled players, which is understandable.
And that's one thing Katie Kuhn told me, was that he wanted to go with the debt fan method and pick his friends because he felt it was easier to work with.
And
all in better communication between each other. Yeah, it makes sense. It does. Not a lot of captains go that way, but it turned out to work in the end. I know he's excited.
Rematch number 1. I know there were probably a ton of rematches in this final set, where it's only the Wolf versus Mushroom Kingdom 1. If you guys remember, it was season 4? Only the Wolf got it was season 5.
It was last season, yeah.
Yeah, last season only got beat 2-0 by Mushroom Kingdom, I believe.
Dang, that Mario, man.
Mushroom Kingdom is not to be underestimated. I've tried to make this clear to Oni I don't know how many times, but he ended up becoming the 2-0 victor on that one. How did the stats look on that? He finally got what he wanted, a chance to play in the finals, says Mushroom Kingdom, but they were 2 1-stocks and only won by a timeout.
On game 1, yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that Toon Link of Oni's, man, that's them damn bombs and boomerangs and arrows and lions and tigers and bears. I mean, he's got it all in that game.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh man.
I thought that we were playing Melee when I saw that Toon Link timeout. I was like, Young Link timeout?
Yeah.
was like, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a match where Mushroom Kingdom, he got a Mario timeout on somebody. I can't remember what it was.
It may have
but
been
he
Oni
just said,
from Season 5. I mean, I think Oni may have done that back.
I can't remember, but I remember he did, and I remember I made a post like Mario needs no flagpoles or something, some kind of joke like that. I can't remember, but yeah.
Oh, I get it. Hello, slow there. Sorry. Sorry about that.
I'll be bringing pop culture now. No.
Yeah. Rematch number 2 was, of course, him 316 versus myself. He won that one 2-1. It might have been my most exciting final set, and I remember him saying that as well, as he defeated me 2-1 in the most heart-pounding, gut-wrenching back-and-forth war he's ever played in Brawl. And he got me down to last stock, but I won. He 2-stocked me on Pokemon Stadium. I dread that.
Yeah, that Proshi.
Yeah, that match.
Well, he was rookie of the season for BDTL 5, I believe. So
yeah,
he ain't no joke, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then he beat me on Final Destination, which is my home court. I say this specifically because I know how to play pit best there and nowhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that set ended. It's a good game. So Kid Coon and Zane 2-0 there on Battlefield.
I'm surprised Kid 2-stocked him. Game 2.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be even stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Kid came with the fire towards the end of the season, man. He went all rage mode and won in the semis, won in the finals, and took it home.
Yeah, I think he wanted to make a statement after losing to you that one time.
Oh, no, those were good games. That ice block, though. That ice block.
Yeah. He's tooting his own horn, people.
Yeah. Glad for Kid, though, man. That Ollie, I don't know why he keeps going. That's his catchphrase, though. Scrub Olimar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's catchy. I like it. But that Olimar's got something to prove, and he does it.
Mm-hmm. And the set that won it for HF, which we were actually nervous for because it was the last day, was Vato beating Striker 2-1. However, there was a little bit of controversy in this one. I don't know if you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
I think controversy if it wasn't made public or if it was in the chat. I don't know.
The thing is, Game 2, Vato went Meta Knight.
And Meta Knight was banned for MDCL.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
The thing is, Striker beat him.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like,
there wasn't
win-win.
There wasn't anything that, I guess the rules, even though Meta Knight was banned, it really wouldn't result in a set loss for
you couldn't
HF.
really make a ruling on that call, yeah. Of course, I can promise you, if Vato would have won it with MK, a 2-0 match, it would have been, this is the default match, or we're giving the win to Striker, all that would have happened. There would have been a huge controversy. Mm-hmm. But since you lost the match, you really just gotta kind of let it go with that. Yeah. But still, Striker, man, taking the game off Vato, that was a win all in itself right there. Mm-hmm. Vato's bad. Vato, I was expecting a walkover loss. I was.
Yeah, I think we all were.
Vato's very hard to get into communication with to get this match done.
Mm-hmm. And when he showed up, that was a huge relief for us, and I couldn't be more thankful. But the thing is like, he uses Meta Knight. I was wondering what was going on because everybody made a big commotion about it, and I was talking to Kid about it. I said, I think we might have lost because, just looking over the situation of how everybody was talking about it. And then Chicken comes in and was like, he used Snake and Diddy game 1 and 3 and won both, so therefore HF is the champion.
Yeah.
So pretty much overruled that. And then surprisingly, no offense, but surprisingly, BCB beat Sinister. I actually expected Sinister to win that one, to be honest.
Really, you did?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I kind of expected BCB because BCB, he's more of a calm player. Mm-hmm. Sinister, he tries to get too fancy with it out there.
Yeah, that Wolf is very fancy.
When he's down or when he's losing, he can kind of sit back like, okay, I got to do this. Of course, I'm not a fan of his play style. I'm not, because he always tries for timeouts and he tries to pick the gayer stages in his favor and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not surprised about the win. Sinister's good. That Wolf's bad. I don't know if he's still using Wolf. I think he said like he quit Wolf on Wi-Fi or something like that.
It's because he SDs a lot with Wolf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He tries to get fancy on that ledge. He does.
I was watching a Canada stream, and he was doing tournament set. I think it was pulls. Actually, it was a pull set, and he SD'd twice. And MB and iLink, they were cracking up in the Twitch chat.
That's crazy. I think he came back from that set and started telling me and helping about how he's like the king of SDs offline and online.
I own SDs now. That's my title.
That's your title?
Suicide Brawler. I've been having it since day one on this site.
I always wanted to know what that was. I never really thought about SD, to be honest. I thought it was just like, yeah.
Yep, Suicide Kings.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, final score 5-4.
Yep.
Tape great. Congratulations. That Spirit Bowl.
It was an excellent way to go out. Now, Wesker.
Hello.
What is this, man? The site going down and all this stuff. You were sitting there, you posted in the topic and did all this other stuff. It was like, a shocker to everybody when you said the site was going down.
I knew you asked me to be here for a reason. I knew something was up, but no, I expected this. Oh my goodness. Well, the site going down. Tough decision. I mean, we discussed it for a long time, and I guess I'll try and give y'all a little backstory so maybe you can understand it a little more.
Okay.
Me and Spirit, dude, we've tried everything. And a lot of members have tried. I'm not saying it was just me and Spirit. Even other members, they tried. We try to run events. We try to get more activities for members to do. But the problem is we realize we're putting in all this work, and the only thing members seem to have their focus on is the chat. And this has been going on for months. I think back in like October, me and Spirit were like, man, I'm burnt out. I don't know what we can do anymore. And, Spirit did the Winter Games, and people were hyped up for it. We had like 30, 40 people sign up. He made a member group, and I remember we had like 34, 36 people in there. And it turned out only like 8 to 10 actually went through with it. And that was a big letdown for him, and I felt so bad. And that's when he just about gave up. Usually I'll go to Spirit and joke like, man, I'm going to go ahead and kill the site. He'd be like, oh, no. Finally, this time I went up to him. He was like, do it. He's like, I'm ready. I'm done. And that's the first time when he said that, I was just like, whoa, okay, this guy's for real. Because I can't do this without Spirit. I can't. I'm going to go out and say that right now. When Spirit gives up, that's when I'm like, okay, that's it for me too. And here's the problem is we had to try and find the time because we weren't just going to shut it down out of nowhere. We weren't going to do that. I couldn't do that. And I think this was around BDTL Season 5. The problem is, as soon as Season 5 was ending, Chicken started sign-ups for MDTL 2. So we're like, oh, goodness, now this is starting up, and I can't just pull the plug on Chicken.
Right.
So waited our time. Around the second, third week of MDTL was getting close to being finished, I went to Black. I PM'd him, talked to him. I was like, so what's your plans for Season 6? Are you going to release it right away? And he was like, no. He's like, man, I need a break. He's like, I'm thinking about maybe May or June. And I was just like, oh, perfect. Because that gave me time to do away with any events getting in the way so we can go and plan, to do the shutdown as much as I hated it. Mm-hmm. So around the third week of MDTL, I went to Spirit. I was like, okay, we're on. If you're ready to do this. He's like, man, I am. He's like, I hate it. I don't know where I'll go after this. He's like, but, there's not much we can do. And we sat on that for about a few days, maybe about 3 or 4 days later. Mm-hmm. We decided to make a topic to let staff know because I had to let them know ahead of time. And we already knew what was going to happen, the consequences behind that. You tell them something big, there's always going to be those who's like, just can't keep it to themselves. It's like, oh, this is happening. This is big news, I guess, coming in there. And the thing is, when we made the announcement to staff, usually people will make jokes like, oh, Wesker's just going crazy or he's just upset about, but everyone knew right then, well, this is it. They didn't joke about it because they know I've talked about it a lot. I've been planning on it a lot. And I wanted to wait until the end of MDTL, but unfortunately, within an hour, I had already heard it had already been spread across Skype, across other members. I was getting PM messages. I was getting Skype messages. So I was just like, well, crap. So I waited about 3 or 4 days, and I was like, I guess I need to go ahead and do this because I wanted to wait until the end of MDTO because I did not want that to distract from it. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel horrible that, I did bring it up too early, but I had to because people were already messaging me. People were already asking about it. So I went ahead and released the news about the site closing. And, it was unfortunate, but, it had to be done.
Had to do it, yeah. Well, got a couple questions for you here. What exactly led to your decision to shutting down BD? Was it, member inactivity? What was up?
It's kind of hard to say, but I love the site, you guys. You guys don't understand. It's people call forming a hobby, but to me, it's almost life. I work, I come home, do the site. I still have friends, I still socialize, I go out and all that, but my mind's always on the site. What can I do to work on it? Whenever I'm on the site, I'm always in the background working. It's not like I can just get on the site like a member, and just go into the chat and talk or look on the forum or try and find a brawl. Me, I always have to search the database, search for errors, look for stuff that's going on. And it was just day in and day out like that for like a year and a half. And it was just burning me out for so long. It was. And I know people can be like, well, you got staff to help with that. But no, it's not that they're not capable. It's just it took me 2 years to learn what I'm doing when we got to this, program SMF. So there's no way I can sit down with somebody and try and teach that over time. I can just go in there, get it done. Plus, I'm just a hands-on person. It's not that I don't trust anybody. It's just I know I can get in there, do it. And honestly, it's fun when I go in there and fix coding and stuff. It is. It's actually enjoyable. And, of course, half the times I screw up. I take the site down. I take the chat down accidentally, stuff like that happens. But over the time, it's just like I'm putting all this work, all this money into the site, and it just felt like it wasn't a site anymore. We had cool people. I loved hanging out with them, but in the same time, there was a big, huge borderline between forum and chats, and the chat just took over. And the best analogy I can give is it's kind of like if I had opened up a restaurant, and had live bands and shows and stuff, but all people did was come in and order water and get the free bread or something. It was like it just wasn't outweighing. And I can't go in there like, oh, you guys got to post, and I'm not a stats for or nothing like that. It's not about the stats. It's just this is a forum community. That's what it's based on. And just watching that chat kill it, and I've tried different angles. I've tried everything, and some things were accepted, and then some things I gave into, and I just realized I couldn't win. And like I said, the last time when I went to Spirit and he said, do it, that's when I was like, okay, this is it.
Have you decided to migrate like the rest of BD?
Oh, the migration. Man, I'm going to tell you guys right now, that was one of the hardest things for me. When I made the announcement, which I don't blame anyone, because, everyone in this community is like a family. It is. We were close. And I know everybody's looking for a place. And, oh, my goodness, I don't want to name any names, but to see some of these sites come in here that had no interest in the site, no interest in the members, just to come in here and say, oh, we have a forum, you can come to us. It's like, okay. The only one I really did have respect for was iLink. And I said this with Spirit. I'm like, if anything were to ever happen with BD in the future, whatever, I would want to talk to iLink because I want to do some kind of either partnership or do something to support his side as well. Because I like what he did. A forum where the site closed, but a member of the forum went and made something for everyone. That's what I respect more. Not a forum that I'm probably going to talk some trash here, but a forum that gave up on their site 3-4 years ago, then sees an opportunity and tries to seize it. That's not what I'm thrilled about. But But me migrating, I needed a break. I did. I needed a break from chatting, hanging out. I haven't really found a site yet. Of course, if I did go to one, it would be iLink, the game domain. Of course, I like to try and help in the Roxas with Breeding Brawlers as well. That's another one I like because it's pro boards, I'm original pro boards, so I could go and help them out a lot as well.
I still remember when BD was on pro boards.
Oh, yeah. Pro boards, yeah. Oh yeah, we did the best we could. I mean, it works. I mean, man, the place was crap and it was hell of active, and we get to SMF and man, it just declined. And we try and add features, give people all this stuff, and it just seems like it's not enough. As long as that chat's there, that's all it needs. But yeah, I need to stop bitching about the chat. But yeah,
yeah. But I mean, it's how you feel. I mean, we understand.
Yeah.
They gave you a lot of trouble.
People hear me talk about it. I always do. That's why people are like, man, come to the chat, come hang out. It's just y'all don't understand. Every time I log in that chat, I'm just like, oh my god, this thing's raping my funds, and it's doing nothing for the site. Which I understand. It's very convenient for members to use to hang out and all that, but it's costing so much, and it's not doing anything to progress the site because, people when they first join a forum, like, all right, let me go read the boards and see what's going on, and it's like last post made 3 days ago or last topic made a week ago. It's like, man, there's nothing for them to do. And then when they actually do go into the chat, they find the chat, it's like, oh, hey, let me go in here and find a brawl. Hey, somebody want to brawl, a new member, people don't recognize them or whatever, and they're in the middle of a conversation, they don't even acknowledge them. And I've seen that happen so many times, it's heartbreaking at some points. It is. It's like, man, people beg for a chat to find brawls easier, and that's not what it's being used for. But yeah,
I find that was the only time that I really brawled. It was brawling the newcomers.
Oh man,
because I would get bored and I was like, this is not really fun.
I know you've been around for a while, Alex, when we did the site war within pals and all that. But
and that's when I came over and I was like, I'm gonna fight for you guys. Like I'm not gonna fight for the others.
Yeah.
But man, I was a zombie. I mean, I was on the site 24/7. Whenever a new member would join, and they post their intro, and they actually use brawl topics. They go in there, hey, who wants to fight? I was always the first to brawl everyone. Always. I always made sure each member got brawled. But right now, this past year and a half, it's all about site upgrading and site management and all that. So that's taking so much of my time, and I had to get out. I had to get a break from it.
Yeah.
So what have y'all been up to during this?
I've just been hanging out on Skype, really.
Oh, okay.
Like I went to SL, saw a couple things that I liked about it, but then as time went on, I just was like, it's not.
No.
It's
I got into a fight with some of the SL admins.
Oh yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah, he actually did. You want to enlighten us on that for a little bit, Maya?
I can, but it's kind of over the bridge now, or under the bridge. Well,
it's water under the bridge. It's water under the bridge now.
Now would be pissed because you didn't talk about it though. Since you brought it up.
Let's just say it wasn't a very enlightening conversation.
Yeah.
I was basically saying the same thing Wesker was saying a couple minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Now we're playing names.
Now, here's one thing that strikes me about you, Wesker. Okay, so you didn't migrate, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for the future?
Well, yeah, sort of. I know people have been getting messages on Skype. I still have a lot of people on my Skype. Been keeping up with the comments. Of course, I know you guys seen these videos popping up on YouTube. Before the site closed, we wanted to make sure we had a way to stay in touch with members. So we told them, we're going to try and make a tribute video. Me and Spear's going to work on it. Might get some help and all that. We like to make a tribute, for Brawl Domain. And, well, we haven't got around to that video yet. We've been posting some little teasers. But what's going down, I'm going to get into it. Back earlier when you guys asked me about what came to the decision, and I almost slipped when I said when me and Spirit both decided we're going to close the site down after I talked to Black. And he said he was going to wait till like May or June to do BDGL. Mm-hmm. And I had an opportunity. Me and Spirit both said, all right, we're done. Well, after we sat down for about 3 or 4 days, I had a lot of time to think about it. I went to Spirit with this idea. I was like, listen, let's try something. Let's close the site. Have everyone, even staff, everyone. Me and you will be involved in this. let's go through everything. Find out what's wrong with the site. Let's do what we can to fix it. Close down for about a month or two. Give ourselves some time, some breaks. Give the forum a break as well, because the forum, everything's cool, but you can tell a lot of attitudes are getting. Of course, it's probably approaching spring break, summertime, and all that, but. Like 40% of the site was trolling now because people are kind of burnt out. It's like, okay, it's the same thing every day, same thing. Come here, come to chat, talk, brawl, and people do get burnt out on that. So, but we decided to try and do a revamp. Now, back in August last year, when the new around E3 or something, the new Wii U and Smash game was revealed, me and Chicken talked about some stuff, and I've always wanted to do it, but there's never time. There's just never time with the site open to kind of upgrade certain stuff with the forum. So, me and Spear saw an opportunity. MDTL ended, and we went with the plan. We're going to close the site. We're not going to tell anybody because, like I said, when we made that staff topic about the site closing, that was kind of our way to kind of see if we could tell the staff what was going on. And I hate to say it, but, some passed, some failed, so, that's it. And I began immediately. I went and made a test site that no one could see, no one could access. It was like a completely random URL, so nobody would find it. I began working on stuff that, I've always wanted on the site, but we could never have. Even on SMF, I tried to request coders to do stuff, and like, no, it's not possible. Well, I broke it down, and I made a few cool things happen with some help from some friends from SMF. And as a couple of weeks went on, right before the site went down, I had approached a few members on the site. I think first, here we go. I guess I'm going to do this.
Okay. Go.
About to name people off.
I think the very first person was Takato. He came along. He was just fixing to come back on the site. And me and him talked on Skype for a good bit. And I told him, I kind of broke it to him. I was like, man, this is right before we made the announcement. And I was like, bro, I think we're done. We're gonna go and probably close the site. What do you think about that? And he just went off on me because now he was pissed. He's like, I took a break, and now I'm ready to come back, and I'm gung ho about the forum now. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. And we went on. I mean, I played it off for like an hour or so. And after that, kind of broke it down about the relaunch plan we had, revising, revamping, and kind of reinventing the site. Mm-hmm. And he was all gung-ho, and he was like, hold on, I'm going to do something. And he went and made that topic. If people were listening and remembers his blog, it was titled something like, hey, you lazy asses, what would you do to make Weedy better or something? That was kind of like our research to do, kind of get members' opinions, see what they think was wrong with the site, what they would want on the site, and that was kind of like a building foundation for us to go on with. Before the actual announcement, public announcement went up, I knew we wanted to get a new theme, have to have graphics ready for it, which Spirit is more than capable of that, but I needed Spirit helping me with other technical stuff, so we contacted Grapes. Told him what was going on. He was pumped. He was excited. He was on board. Right after that, Mr. Concon, he had come to me about an idea he had, something he wanted to bring to the domain and events, and he ran it by me, and I was like, man, this sounds pretty cool. And I don't know the actual material it was based on that he's actually creating it for, but the premise was awesome. And then I went and told him, man, I kind of feel bad, but we're actually shutting down the site. We're actually making an announcement probably tonight or tomorrow. And he was pretty heartbroken as well. And I felt bad telling him this and kind of misleading him. But after he kind of talked to me, I felt his passion for what he was doing. I told him what was going on. And I was like, listen, I know you got friends on the site. You got close friends, but, this is something, we want this to be kept a secret. I know you're going to hate lying to people. I'm going to have to do it myself. I'm going to feel bad. People are probably going to despise me for it. But in order for this to work, it has to go down like this. And he even agreed. He's like, oh, no, I believe that. It's also going to kind of wake members up to the reality that the site could shut down.
Yeah.
Because like I said, that was the original plan. We were done. We were just like, man, we can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, in my mind, I was like, man, I can't just give up. 4 years, I just cannot give up. I'm going to bust my ass. I'm going to show these people we're for real. And ConCon, he's been working on this thing quite a bit. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to give away anything, but
seems will be exciting.
After that, yeah. Oh yeah. There's some hype going on. Next, I had kind of been watching the sites people been migrating to, and I kind of checked out SL, and I had seen, BDTL, a couple of members were going over to try to start it up and all that. And, Timeline screw up. Before we actually closed the site, I contacted Black Magic as well, because I wanted him to know exactly what was going on, because, of course, BDTL is a big part of the site, and I wanted to make sure he didn't go somewhere and get obligated to run BDTL somewhere else, because he wanted to wait till May or June, and I figured this relaunch stuff would be done way before then, so I would still give him a break and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to him and talk about it. He was stoked as well. He was excited, and he was on board right away, and that's being worked on. But a few days after we closed, with BDTL, there's BDTL Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to make sure that person didn't get obligated as well. But of course, if they wanted to run it there, that's cool. But I didn't want the scenario to happen where Gray Fox, I'm talking about,
yeah,
you got stuck on another site,
mm-hmm.
started it, and then when we reopened, you were like, oh man, BD's back. I want to do the smash there, but if I don't want to be a dick and do the smash here, then leave. So I had to come to you and tell you what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like I said, I was a little iffy because I know you talked to a lot of people. It's something big to keep inside. I'm proud of you, man. You done good.
Thank you.
I hope that. But yeah, and I came to you, and of course, you say in your own words, but you were excited as well. I rember you was like all giddy and stuff, and I broke it down.
What did you No, but yes, I thank you for letting me in on it.
And of course, next one I brought in Saints, because me and him talk regularly on Skype, and I just didn't want nothing to be accidentally slipped in the staff boards that something's going on. And Saint, he gets excited, so. I had to wait till we actually closed, because my main thing I want to watch out for was someone accidentally letting it slip. Someone on the site. It could happen in the chat when you just randomly talking or whatever, but once I got Saint on board, he got some things planned as well. And you can't have BDTL without Vio, huh?
No, so, I don't think so.
I had to,
that's more so chicken style.
I had to contact Vio here. And it's kind of funny when I contacted everyone. It was like, hey, we need to talk, but before we continue this conversation, you can't say you're talking to me at all to anyone. And that's how I always started every conversation.
It was weird because I was in the middle of a call, so I just paused on mute, and when you said, I was just like, shit.
Yeah, like especially with me, I was in the middle of playing Uncharted with my friend, and I see you say, hey, we need to talk. I was like, and I'll be honest, you're very intimidating when you type. When you said you need to talk, I was like, oh shit, what's up? I thought I did something wrong.
You know, intimidating, man. Oh yeah, then we got Vio on board. Now I'm kind of getting confused about the timeline, but I don't want to drag this out too long, but I want to make sure I recognize everyone involved, because everyone's done a bang-up job. We've all been colliding together, working in tangent. And like I said about Game Domain, I wanted to make sure there was no hard feelings in that, because I feel bad. I kept it from everybody, but I just couldn't. I didn't know who all I could absolutely trust, because you tell one person, that person's going to tell another person, they're going to be like, hey, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. But Wesker just told me. It all starts from there. And that person tells the next person, hey, don't tell anybody. and it just goes on from there.
Yeah.
Well, man, I was watching the game domain's progress, and I really felt bad. I'm not saying we're going to come back and be better than them or nothing like that. It's just, when BD comes back, for those who decide to come back, I don't want any hard feelings on game domain. So like I told Spirit and everybody so far in the group, I was like, when we come back, I'm going to give full support to game domain, make sure. Well, as like a week or so later went on, I contacted iLink. And I knew if I contacted iLink, I was going to have to get some other people involved as well. And I've worked with all these people before, and there's been some rough patches between us in the past and stuff, but I knew they were, for the site. I knew not a shadow of a doubt. They cared about the site. It was, I don't know if they prefer their home site, but they're dedicated. So I got iLink in the Skype chat, and I was like, hey, I need you to add a couple people for me. And so he added Chicken and MB Money. And when I was talking to him, MB, of course, he's a smart guy. He's quick on things. And he knew there was something else going on, but, of course, all you can do is theorize and all that. And, but when I told them all what was going on, they respected it. They didn't quite understand why we were doing the scenario we chose. But, when it was all explained, they kind of agreed with it. Of course, I've covered every contingency, like the new sites coming up, people leaving. Some people may not come back from this. Some people may be pissed, and, I hate it. But if they just took the time to realize we're doing this to better the sites, the stuff we're fixing to bring out, we're just hoping they give it a chance.
Yeah.
And another person I want involved, well, I'm still in the Chicken iLink and MB Money, but I wanted Tootin as well. Tootin, he's banged up. He's very intellectual. He'll say what he needs to say, and he won't sugarcoat it or nothing. He's always got some great ideas. But when I think I heard from a couple of people, the two most pissed off people at me was Wolf and Tootin. So when I talked to MB and them, they were like, we'll talk to Tootin, we'll talk to him. And I think I finally was like, no, I need to break it down, let me talk to him. And me and him talked. He questioned, Tootin's going to speak his mind, but he questioned the whole scenario behind it. Then when I finally gave him access to the site and showed him what all was going down, he was pretty impressed at the work going into it, so he was on board right away. Again, bringing these guys on, I knew was the right choice because they've been bringing a lot of great stuff on board.
Yeah. So, what can you tell us about some of the future plans? Like, what do you have involving these future plans?
Well, I'm not ready to actually reveal everything because all I can say is my plan was to shut down beginning of March.
Okay.
Of course, I needed more time, but I figured the stuff I want to get ready, I could do it within a month. I wanted it to be up before the 4th anniversary, because that's a big day for me. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be up then. One of the big changes, of course, is, like I said, me and Chicken last year about changes. We can't be Brawl Domain forever. The next game's not going to be called anything to do with Brawl. It's going to have a different name.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of going through a scenario, which I know a game releases like once every 5 years, but we got a Wii U game and a 3DS game coming out. So we figured, hey, let's just make it universal. So we're going, name change is going to be Smash Domain. BrawlDomain.com is going to become SmashDomain.net. I apologize. I could not pay $5,000 for SmashDomain.com. This guy's crazy how much he wants it for, so yeah. But your BrawlDomain.com link will still work. All our links, all the advertising I put into BrawlDomain.com, it gets us, the new visitors and all that. Yeah, it's going to link you, redirect you to SmashDomain.net. Got Spirit and Grapes working on some graphics. They got some great stuff as far as new banners. Everything's been updated.
Sorry about that.
I'm down. No. But one of the things I can reveal is what you guys been a part of this. You guys know what all is going down. The new theme, we were all searching themes that we were going to kind of base the new theme on. We didn't want to go over extravagant. We wanted something simple but also stylish at the same time.
Yeah.
And we found some stuff that would work, but when I added them, trying to add all the stuff to it, it was like, this is just kind of out of place or whatever. Finally, I came across this theme that was called the Multicolor Curve. And for those who don't know, when you download Add SMF, you get an SMF default core theme, which we actually have on the site. I always leave those on there so people can see where it started and what the themes developed from. This is kind of based on that theme. It's kind of reminiscent to Light Domain, pretty much. But this one has a neat little catch. It's going to be titled the Custom Domain Theme for one main reason, is because it's custom for each member. There are 9 colors in all, and when you select this theme, at the very top in the header where we have the theme changer, you have 8 color blocks, 9 colors in all, but only 8 show because the color you're on will not be selectable. But all you got to do, you just click that button, and you can go from red, green, yellow, pink, purple, black, aqua, or teal, and real dark blue color. And it's pretty neat. I know y'all have had a chance to look around on it. There's still some work being put into it, trying to finalize the touches. But I think it's going to be something. I mean, I'm pretty sure, of course, still 80% of the forums are going to prefer Dark Domain.
Yeah, I like one of the colors, like blue. Blue is nice.
Yeah.
Man, green, yellow's like my top 2. But yeah, the dark blue, that one's nice. I like the black because it's like black and white sort of. It's like a grayish white. I like that one as well. But like I said, it's just going to give members different options. It pretty much kind of adds 9 new things, but you just select the color and change it. Another new change members can expect. This is something I've always been against. I've always kind of thought they were tacky on sites. Because when I get to a forum, I want to get straight to the conversations. I want to get straight to the discussions. But we want to try and get more things out there for members at one location. Let them know what's going on right away. So we've decided to add a portal homepage. Now what this is when you come on site, on the home site, you can bookmark the forum page still, but when you come to the actual just base URL, you're going to come on with like our announcements at the top. We're going to have a video player for the most recent matches. It's going to have little plugins for the most recent topics made, the most recent posts, most recent blog topics made. It's got a quick theme changer. We're going to be able to put anything like events, updates to events, graphics contests when we run those. We'll be able to put those right there, so members who actually normally aren't interested in those, they can at least have it as a quick look right there, and you can vote on it right there. We can even put the Smash in the block for members to click on it, and when it's uploaded to YouTube, we can embed the video there. Like I said, I've never been a fan of these, but once I got to work around with it, I was like, man, you can do some stuff with this. Plus, we're going to have blocks. Well, they're called blocks, but plugins. They're going to be displayed on the forum page as well, next to the boards and topics, or the board listing. And, of course, you can minimize it, maximize it. If you don't like them, if you think they're tacky, you've got a little box up at the top. You can click it, and it removes them right there for you. And you can always go back to the home page and view it all. This is another one of Chicken's ideas as well. I forgot to mention that, but he talked about it because this is a good way to get news out there right away to members. Plus, it helps site crawlers to have it all right here on the home page for real big news and events and all that. And for now, that's about all I can really reveal because, like I said, I don't want to get into too much. But all I can say is we've all been on this for a month. I mean, I pulled some of the best minds on the site I believe we could find. Just say I couldn't include everybody, but we've got so much planned. I don't want to give it all away right now. But for those who think we just closed the site to shock people or to build hype for one little thing, no. We've worked really hard. We've got plenty of stuff planned, so just look forward to the reopening of the site. We're coming pretty soon. A lot of people are fooled thinking 4/12 was the actual date, but it's not. We plan on opening this Saturday, actually. So by the time you hear this, be ready for opening the site. Like I said, it's going to be smashdomain.net, but brawldomain.com will still link to the sites. So look forward to having everybody back. When you hear this, tell your friends about it. Let them know. Yeah, BD's gone, but the new initials SD will be relaunching, and it's not a brand new site. It's still the Brawl Domain feel, the Brawl Domain atmosphere. Nothing's going to be removed. All discussions are still on. Everyone's still registered. So it's the same site, just a new direction.
Sounds good to me. Bio?
And, I think this was really needed, like for the site as a whole. I think the members needed a break as well.
Exactly. Yes.
I think everyone needed just a break from all of it. It was just getting to a point where it was kind of wearing on people.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said, I know there's going to be some people who's like going to be upset or going to be rebellious of the whole decision and stuff, but I mean, it had to be done. And like I said, I couldn't do this work with the site open. I had to have a break from the forum drama, forum maintenance. I had to get in there and just get to work. And like I said, I thank God for you guys, everyone who's been working with us, because man, you guys made the process so much easier, and the way how everyone worked together, it was like magic. I mean, it's going to be some good stuff to reveal, and hopefully the members are going to enjoy it as much as we enjoyed putting it all together.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, but man, thanks for having me on the show. Had a good time. Like I said, I wish I could have reveal more, but I feel like I talked enough. I'm sure.
Yeah, you definitely. Oh, man, I'm sure your tongue's pretty tired. I'm sure you're pretty tired from all the long work.
I'm trying to make it through, though. I am.
Yeah.
Just look forward to seeing everyone back. Like I said, for those who hear this video, see this video up, make sure you let everybody know about the site coming up, and if they're interested, check out the video. So this edition of the Smash, so they'll be kind of in tune to what to expect. And this is HCF. See you on 2 days.
Yep. Greg Fox, 8983, and Bio signing out.